Listen, speech to text will always be bad until it's good, so shut up and let's do Sudoku. Alright, to begin with, we got a bunch of 2, 3, 5, 3, 2, 4, 1, 3, 9, 5, 6, 6, 6, 9, 7, 3, 8, 9, 3, 6, 6, 6, 3, 2, 2, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5, 9, 9, 8, 8, 9, 5, 5, 8, 7, 1, 8, 1. Not my fastest, easy auto candidate, but I'll take it. Now we actually play Sudoku. Okay, oof. So yeah, recently, if you've been paying any attention, you'd know that I have a new Sudoku puzzle game that includes certain, like, totally different puzzle format. Wait, this seems hard. What the hell? Hold on. And it's definitely different feeling. Well, that was easy. Trying to think of all the number possibilities. Whatever happened to... What the fuck is that even word? In that beginning of that song, it's so weird. It's like, what? I don't understand. I don't remember. I don't recognize that word. It feels weird. Why am I not finding numbers faster? This should be faster. Like 5. Like that. That looks correct. Obviously. Because it is. You know, whatever. Everywhere. Huh. Well, that's a 3. Why am I remembering, like, another version of that song that suddenly is like, this is the extended version. It's so weird. It doesn't make any sense. No clue why it exists. And I am upset that I understand. Does that make any sense? It doesn't make any sense. What else have we got? And then I remembered of wrestling where that song was continued to play continuously. Okay, so if 136, it cannot be 3. That's a false 3. So we know that much. Right? Wait. Oh God. No. Wait. Yeah, no, because if you say 6, 1, then all you have left is 3. This is a false 3. I was right. And this is a false 6. By the same logic, you can't do that. The minimalism. I know. I farted. Okay. That's a 7-1. No, it's not. It looks like it, but it's not. It's a 7-4-1. No, it's not enough. 5 with 2. This is a 7-4, but we already have that information. Good job. You found it. Well, that's an 8. That's just flat out an 8. Cool. What else do we got? Don't even know. Cool. If 7-4, maybe 7, maybe 4. If it was 4, then that would be 7. And also this would be 3. And that would be 6. If it was 7, then that would be unclear. So that's cool. Why am I so stuck? Vertical 5. Okay. A lot of things happening here. 8 seems to be in multiple places. And then 8 vertical. But not by much. But then this one is only 8 vertical here and there. This one goes everywhere. All 3 spots. And also shares with another. So unless it's the other one, which would mean it's here, it's more likely to be any of those, depending on... Oh, it's a weird split right there. There's gotta be something I can do. How about 9 on the bottom? Must 9? No, we don't know. Cool. 9 side? No. Bottom. Why am I feeling stuck and I can't even binary? Well, I could set off this one. Let's just start with that and see if it gets us anywhere. It doesn't seem to, at least not at first. Nothing popping out at me like a random extra 4 or something. So if we switch them to 7-4, we end up with the 3, like I said, and 6, and this whole thing is decided, which makes it feel wrong, because it's usually the undecided part that makes it into this puzzle. However, that still doesn't give us anything else, so that's neat that you have less information from the other side, but it seems more correct because less information is usually, oh, well, that's a fail point, so therefore it must be a fail. We already understand that. That's cool. So it is 4-7, allowing this to be 4, because that can't be 1. This cannot be a 1. There's a 1-7 over there. I can't even see that 1-7. I was like, wait, is there anything to that? Where did that even come from? I thought this wasn't a 1-7, but it was all the time, the whole time. Every single one is false. Every 7 is false, except for these, which also means the free 9. Holy crap! Forces 6. Forces 6. Put in a 6. Yeah. And then we have 8. Then we have an 8-2, which doesn't really inform the top. It's not as important. But then we have a 9-3-5, which means it can't be 3 here. So that's a 1. And then if it's... Oh god. We don't know. But also it can't be 3-9-5 here. So that's something. Or a lot of things. Oh, that's a 7. The frick? 8-2 pair. 5. Huh. Interesting. A lot of 8 stuff going on. That's a 7. Yeah, I don't believe in mistakes. I believe in the path. Well, I mean, if you gotta put a 2 somewhere, it's gotta be here, right? For the column. It didn't have a choice. And then there's another 8. That's a 1 by the 9-3. That's a 5, 2, 1. 9-3 vertical means that's a 1, that's a 4. Also 3 in the box is not, so that's a 6. 9-3, so that's a 2, that's not a 9, that's a 5, that's a 2. 3. 9, and then it collapses. Like, what? It went from being, I don't know what's happening, to I try one binary and everything collapses, as usual. It's hard to think of puzzles that are harder than this. Okay, skip up to the 2, 4, then we have the 9, 5, 3, 7, 8, 6, 3, 6, 2, 5, 9, 3. If I crab this, it would be done so much sooner. Yeah, it just collapsed, so whatever. Then we have this one, who obviously has 4265. That doesn't help. I'm out of plates. Then we have a 4 with a 2, 7, 8, 9, 8, 2, 5, 6, 2, 5, 8. None of that. Hey, there's one. We got an 8. We have not 4. We have a not 4 free. That's nice. And then we have 4, 6. Or 7, 6. So not 7. And not 6. Not 7. Shut up. The lights went out. Not 6. Not 6. Forces 4. 3. Nice. It would look like that's a trinary. But then this is a 4, 6. Which doesn't... That's not enough. So that's cool. However... Huh. You'll want it to be. You want it to be. Oh yeah, that's not 4. That's not 4. Good noise reduction. 8. 5. 6. We're only discovery so far. Okay. It is genuinely interesting how you end up with these bits that are like it blocks it from being totally solved. But this is a 9, so that's that. Then we have a 6182 or 628, whatever. And then we have a 68425. No. We have a 19. There's something obvious, isn't there? Damn it. I'm not seeing it. These 5s? No. But on the subject of 5, we keep the track going and we find nothing anywhere you look. Like, it's living in my head in perfect for high fidelity. Like, I hear the entire orchestra in my head. I don't have that Fantasia junk. Where I literally can be like, if you know that, whatever happened to it's playing in the full fidelity in my head. I can't stop it. That's the other part of the equation. I said I can't stop it. How am I stuck? There are so many binaries to pop. Ah! Let's try 7, 6 because it seems to inform something without actually informing the other thing. But actually does nothing for me. That's fucking awesome. So what if we do 7, 6? We end up with 4, 9, 1, 7, cascade. Is it good cascade though? It's usually the rule has usually been that it's not good. Fuck, there it is. Yeah, it's not good. So we know it's the 7, 6 the other way around. So what the hell did I just say? 6, 4? Yeah, it's not the 6, it is the 7. Now, how did that become a thing that I discovered over time? It just is that the least affecting system seems to be the most correct. Well, that's just ridiculous. So if I chose 7, 4, for example, that doesn't give me anything else. Cool, except for this 7, I guess. Not really getting a lot from that, which is the usual. That just is how it is, I guess. Weird. I would say this is not an 8, though, now. And then that means this has to be an 8. You need an 8 in that box. And also 8 couldn't have been because of that, so it's seeming like everything makes sense, which is like, whatever. How do you have these you can, you almost wonder if they're taking these out of an AI, not from, because this is weird. You end up with this, and then you end up with that. And it's like there are perfect just pairs all over the place that inform things and don't give you any information. Like you almost expect if that is right, then this is something, but it's not. 9 block. That's cool. Doesn't does it help? I don't know if it helped. Yep, the least interacting factor. Yeah, that. What the shit? How? That was determined by the 9. But what the hell? I don't understand. I don't understand. I mean, for the 8, that must be an 8, right? It has to be. That's by deduction. And yeah, what the hell happened to this to make it 7-1? And other things also happening. Oh, that's weird. I don't know what the hell happened. Not 4. Not 4 free. Not 4 free. Not 4. Not 3. Not 3. Okay. The heck did I even do to get to where I was? If 7 must, 7 cannot. That informs 3, potentially? But not really. Raise my eyebrow without being on camera. So that means 7. And not 4. Not 3. Which informs 3. How did I get to 1, 5 something something? Anything else? I should just find my own stuff. Weird. Also, I had a flashback of my phone. One of my phones that was gone. Oh, that has been gone for months. And I'm like, why the hell is it not back yet? Oh. Why haven't I reported the phone stolen? We're back here again, but this is different. Huh. Yeah, that's curious. Right, because I popped a binary and it was said to be right, but it was not somehow. What was it? It was the fact that if I did the 7 6, then that forces because if it did 6 and it did this route, it was wrong, so it had to be 7, so that was 6. I still think that would be correct. Let's just run it again, because I don't know. Things have changed. 9, 1, 7, 2, 6. Yeah, that is wrong. So okay, so it has to be 6. So this is 7. Yeah, going down that path is just an easy way to get some quick answers, but then what? Seven, 4, something 5. Um, my toe hurts. God, it's all interconnected. Looking around. If 5 must be at the top, and it must be one of these, then... Oh, here it is. So this one has to be up is no because you like in the column you can only have it here. So all of these other fives, no, not four, fives, not this one's right, but this one and that one are wrong, right? Because that's the only way you can go in the middle is over here. So then we have the other places, but there's less noise, as I always say. And then there's nothing else. Cheese! Ramen! Cheese! I wish I had cheese. I do like a good gorgonzola. I haven't tried gorgonzola. Okay, for example, if 8, 7, 1, and then that makes 4, 5. I can't see it working otherwise. So let's say if it's 4 here, that would be 7. And I guess that would be 5 with the 8, 1. So I guess it could work either way, which is frustrating. Gotta keep me guessing and everything. God, this feels messy. If 2 on this column, then not 2. Not 2, not 2, not 2, and not 2. Shut up. So it must be 2 here. One of them. So then these 2's are correct possible choices, where the other 2's something. What else do we have? I end up wondering about 7. 7 seems to be wherever. 4. Obviously, there must be a 4 on this side and that side. And a 5 on this side and that side, 2 and everything like that. But, which one? Let's pop this one. So what does that give us? Anything? Well, forces this one, which would seem correct. 7, 2 forces 6. 2. 9, 7. 2, 7. Remember we started with the 9, 1 pair. 3, 1, 8, 7, 4, 3, 4, 7, 2, 8, 1, 6. Did I just find the correct binary randomly? Yeah, I just found the correct 1-9 binary, and that solved the hard. Wow, that's frustrating. Like the problem is without the 1-9, I don't know what else I would have done to like solve it. Like just pick a path, hope it's right. And then what happens if I picked the 9-1? Then I don't know. We will never know.